How many female NFL agents are maybe in your office?
Oh, so I'm one of 3 agents in our company. I'm the only woman. There's about 900 certified NFL agents right now, I think, total. And then the last stat that I saw, which was over a year ago, so it might have changed, but probably not much, was there was 41 women out of like the 900 total. So a very small percentage, and only about 20 of us have an active client. And an active client is someone that's on like a 53-man roster. So someone that's on a team basically. So only about 20 of us that actually have a client or multiple clients. So it's a very small number.
What has been the biggest challenge of bringing a woman in the sports agency world?
I would say just it's different. Like I look different and it's not what people are used to. So it's just overcoming that initial hurdle of, oh, like this is different. I thought every agent I would talk to would be a man. I will say, I've had really great experiences with teams, GMs, coaches, scouts, they're all very respectful to me. They all give me a ton of respect when we interact. I think a lot of that is because I work for a boss and a company that has earned that over the years. And so being under that umbrella, I demand that respect. Not all, of my own efforts, but also just, knowing what you're talking about, that also demands respect. So when you do the work and you are a hard worker, people will respect you. But yeah, I think a lot of people think, when I go into these meetings or these phone calls, I get kind of bullied around or something, but it's just not the case. Like the league is overwhelmingly very respectful and welcoming to women. It's more so when I'm recruiting and, guys first get my first message and I say, hi, my name is Molly. And they're just kind of like, oh, and then it's the hurdle of, oh, you're a woman and you're 28 years old. So I also have the young thing because I'm younger than most agents. So those things combined kind of make it an initial shock. But again, if you know what you're talking about and you know what you're doing, you do a good job, people will get over it very quickly. I've had clients who ended up signing with us say like they were really surprised with how like my knowledge and what I knew. And that's what I'm saying. Like as a woman, if you do the work and you know what you're doing and you really study your craft, and like that's the thing. Like I think most of us women in sports, like as much as we want women in sports, equal to men, we also want women who are qualified and who are really doing a good job. So that's a big part of it is once you open your mouth, you know what you're talking about. Most of the time people will be like, okay, like you can stay.
Have you ever felt that women compete with you more in this industry?
No, we have like a sisterhood, at least in the NFL. I've connected with a few agents that are not football, but the agent world's pretty sport specific. Like most people only work in one sport. There's a few that work in multiple, but it's very hard. As you know, like with seasons, like if I worked baseball also, I'd never have a time off because baseball is very heavy in the summer and that's kind of our downtime. Same with basketball. So I stick to football. And our football, like women in football, not just agents, but journalists and people that work for teams and stuff, like we're all very supportive. I have great mentorship from a couple of the older women in the business who have been around longer than me. And then there's a few girls who are my age or around my age, a little bit older than me. And we text all the time and we're like a source of support. Cause like I said, at the end of the day, there's only, probably 20 of us who are out there actively trying to really recruit clients. And there's 900 total. So there's that many men. And so most of the time when we're up against somebody for a client, it's a man. And if it happens to end up being one of the women I know, I would rather lose to them than, one of the guys who has been doing this forever, who always gets clients. Like I want women to advance, period. And so for me, like them getting a client over me would still be a victory for women in sports in general. But that hasn't happened yet because there are so few of us and we're kind of spread out. So it's a sisterhood that I'm very, very grateful for.